Hi Tea Society, welcome back to the Antisocial Planet. Today we are checking out ATEEZ Seonghwa's Hala Hala fan cam, and I am terrified. I feel like there was a softer landing you could have given me for getting into fan cams for ATEEZ, other than this one. But here we are, and because it's his birthday, and I'm here to give the people what they want, I will suffer through for the sake of celebration. I'm scared. My heart rate's already like a little bit freaking out, but it'll probably be fine. Maybe. Look, I just need to remind myself that he's a cutie pie who just wants to build Legos and be left alone. I just need to keep that at the forefront of my brain going into this, and it'll be fine. Same, girl. Ooh, I'm gonna hear some of the fan chants. Look, the choreo in general is like a lot. I don't know why he needs to have a ribbon tied around his neck. Leave me alone. This isn't about you. Don't smile at me, sweetie pie. I just... The comeback hair, too. He hasn't even looked at the camera yet, properly. Like... His voice. Mingy, this is not about you either. Ooh, sorry, his movements are sharp. I was looking at the, like, hand detail. His footwork is sharp there. Facial expression, sir! Dang, he's in dramatics! I was like looking at the look at the like blurred motion that he's in. I was looking at the hand details because he had his hands in his pockets, and then he had that nice hand shape, and the way that he like let go of the tension of it, and then his footwork was sharp. The way that he leads movements is really nice too. I can't with his facial expressions. He's like in it. I like the commitment. Wow, that was a dang, his lines there. Hold on, we're doing silhouettes for a second. Dang, the like leg too? Boy. He said performance. He leads some of the moves with his head there too. Sing, boy. Dang, he's in it. Go off, boy. That smirk, though, before we get into this, his eyes, like, he's so expressive. Dang. Look, I did not sign up for Sam to be coming at me too. That's not what I signed up for. We are here for one Demon Line member and one alone. Thank you very much. Okay. But I love the buildup of energy there. I loved it in like watching just the performance vid. But him, like, he is great, like leading with like his head movements, which I think is part of what kind of adds to this like marionette almost feeling to the overall like choreo. They all have like elements of that. But just like leading a movement with your head is so unnatural, right? Because our heads are very important as human beings. So our instinct is to not lead movements with our head, because that's, if anything's going to harm us, we're not going to put our head first, right? Him leading those movements with his head is just very like marionette animatronic feeling, and leading the movement with some of his, he's got like some great hand shapes as well, and just like the buildup of energy there, even in like the back of that formation before everything smooths out with the chorus coming in. And even not smirk though. That hydraulic too. Even that like letting go of the tension there. Go off. Good isolations. I need to stop smirking though. Oh yeah, this is not about you either. Do not smirk at me. I love the tension and the like letting go of it. Again, that like marionette feeling. The screaming though. He hits those beats really hard. Sir, look, he hits the beats really hard, and also he's mouthing the words along with it. Like, he is in this performance, and I think that's part of why seeing his facial expressions, like, I'm just sitting here smiling because it's like the performer part of my brain, right? There's two parts of my brains when I'm watching a performance. There's, I'm a fan of this group or this performer or this song, and then there's my experience as a performer going into this, right? And I feel like his performance is like warring with the fan part of my brain because he's so good that the performance part of me is just sitting here like smiling because I'm like, it's that kind of like proud teacher energy of getting to watch performers, because I used to watch performance stuff too and like, give like feedback and critiques and all of that. Some of that's coming through with this because he's hitting these beats super hard, which they had that in the performance video, but you need to have that energy for a venue like this, because I always say you're not performing for the people in the front row, you're performing for the people in the back row, right? So having these really hard-hitting movements, these really exaggerated facial expressions, having these great silhouettes with his body language means that people all the way at the back of the venue are going to be able to see what his performance is giving, right? So having this kind of focused cam, there's some like exaggeration in it for being like this close up to him in the performance, but you have to fill the venue. Even getting some of the vocals that we're getting, there's like a different kind of like bite and energy to those vocals than on like the recording, because you're not filling a recording booth, you're filling a venue, a live venue. So it's different. And again, he's like mouthing along with the lyrics that aren't his. But that means he's just connected with what's happening. He is in this performance and he's always on. I have not at any point seen him like relax out of character. And some of that is he's on stage the whole time. He's not stepping off at any point as of right now in the performance, but he's like 100% in all the time, regardless of whether or not he's like the center part of this formation, and still is able to like manage his energy so he's not stealing spotlight, which is a very delicate thing to accomplish. Love that switch from like the more languid movements to more hard-hitting ones. Don't roll your eyes back, you don't need to. Dang, that bounce back on the beat? It was clean. Sir! I know he's demon line, but like, I need him to look slightly less possessed. His eyes are so expressive. Dang! Can we talk? Okay, look, the super expressive, like almost like manic facial expressions. I can't even talk because I'm just like so in it. And then having that huge burst of energy spinning out of the formation, and then you can see his body like relax into a different like energy. That's wild. See? Chaotic energy spins out. The moment he stands, his energy is different. You don't need to look at the audience like that. And then he just like smirks his way through this. I'm trying very hard to focus on him. Captain, sir, this is not about you. I was already distracted and I was like, we're focusing on one member. That march forward is so good. Like his silhouettes there are so good. Like the like negative space that he has in this of like his hand on his hip, his leg out, like the silhouette is so good. Again, like you're performing for the back row. You need to have like good use of negative space in your movements. Dang, boy. Like a really tight silhouette, and then these wider ones here. Oh, that hop on the beat. Sir, I was complimenting you on the way that you're hitting all the beats, and then something possessed you again. Unnecessary. Sir, I need you to calm down. I need the energy to be down like a couple of notches. Why does he look like he's picking a fight with everybody? The tongue does not need to be out. Ooh, that like shoulder isolation. Like, no, absolutely not the smirk. But I was just thinking, like, he's on the edge of the formation for all of this. And he's, like, working hard. Like, he's in this performance. I'm like, you don't need to put that much in to being on the edge at the back row of a formation. He is, again, 1,000% into this performance the entire time. I have not seen this man slip at any point. He is locked into this performance. And that is wild to watch. Seonghwa too. I need him to leave me alone. Dang, he's like, his mic is fighting for its life to like stay in possession during this. Dang. Dang, boy, yeah. I bet you are trying to catch your breath. I bet you are. After all of that, I don't even know what to say. I have a mixture of thoughts and emotions after that. Okay, no, dang, sure. I'm not sure what I was expecting. Okay, I don't know what I was fully prepared for. I knew it was going to be a good performance. I knew he was going to be really good. I knew that like Demon Line was a thing. I've seen like clips of him performing. I know that he is dramatic in some of the like few tiny clips that I've seen of live performances from him in the guide. I was not prepared. There was like almost too much to get into with this because this performance, like the Hala Hala choreo anyway, is something that I'm continually going back to and a little bit obsessed with. I need to check out the dance practice at some point in the near future, but there's already so much in the choreo and it feels different in a live setting. Like I've said before, there's like a different intensity because you're not performing for a camera, you're performing for the back row, right? So there's a different like energy to that. There's a different like grunginess to this one. Like I feel like part of what blew my mind with the performance video for Hala Hala was like how on point it was. Like they were so good in that performance, but it's also filmed with multiple takes and there's editing involved with putting that video together, whereas like this is a live performance. You get one chance and that's what you have, right? But also you're allowed to be like a little more grungy with it because you're performing for the audience. You're not performing for the spectacle of the choreo, right? So there's a different kind of grungy energy brought to that kind of performance. He's such a good performer. Like I was thinking partway through, I'm like, I have yet to see at any point where I'm like, oh, he shouldn't have moved that way, or he's correcting for something, or that there was like something that he had to adjust for. Does that mean that there wasn't at some point that something came up where he like didn't quite hit a mark, or there was something that he had to shift things a little bit in the moment? There's always those things, right? There's always micro adjustments that happen in a live performance, but I could not point out one to you because he was like so 1,000% committed to the bit that I could not find at any point where that could have come up, right? A lot of the times when you have to make those little adjustments, you can see people needing to shift a bit, right? Because it takes you out of your performance. You've trained your body language to have the muscle memory of the performance. And if there's any kind of like shift in that, it can throw you. Even if it's just for a second, you can see people like the kind of like flip of them going in and out of that muscle memory. But I couldn't at any point see that with him because he was just like so committed that even if it was there, I'd be like, that's just part of the performance, right? Because wow, was he in it? Like his facial expressions are wild in the best way. Like I am obsessed with them as a performer, as someone who performs. Again, I was just sitting here like smiling with like pride because seeing him just be so committed to the character and the persona and like just leaning into it, like it is so exaggerated. But again, if you're sitting at the back of that venue, you're going to be able to see the kind of performance that he's giving. And didn't matter where he was in the formation, didn't matter if he was centered, didn't mean if he was in the back row, didn't mean if he was on the edge of a formation. He was always 1,000% committed to it, and that is crazy to see. And again, reminding myself, this is like the beginning of their career, right? This isn't him current, what he's just released from like their comebacks or anything. This isn't him after like years of experience performing on a stage. Like this is back during like their first comeback. This is him after just, again, like experience before debuting, but it's different to have performance background as like just a dancer or in the background of a performance, and it's another thing to be like the talent that is the headliner of the performance. Crazy wild, that's where he's at this point in his performance, and makes me excited but also apprehensive of what it would be like to watch what he's like now. Like, part of me is I want to see what he's like as a performer now, but I'm also don't want to be anywhere near it because I don't know if I would be able to function. Yeah, no, I think that the only adjective I can truly say to that is just like wild and baffled by watching that. I don't know how to process it properly, but I hope you enjoyed watching that along with me. You can click this link to go and see my previous reactions, or you can subscribe to me next time I post an ATEEZ reaction. I will see you in the next video. Bye.